Welcome back, sports fans. In this segment, I will go over the defensive free agents for the Lions, and then in the next segment, I will cover the special teams free agents that they have. Everson Griffin and Romeo Okwara are the defensive ends that are free agents. They're both unrestricted free agents. Everson Griffin, of course, the Lions got in a trade with the Cowboys. He's 34. Considering the Lions have a limited number of draft selections this year, it's going to be hard for them to fill all of their holes. As a matter of fact, it'll be impossible for them to fill all their holes. So they're going to need to have some players return. And Everson Griffin did well enough that if he wants to return, I believe the Lions will have him back next year. The question in my mind is, does he want to come back with the Lions? That I don't know the answer to, so therefore I'm a bit uncertain when it comes to him. Romeo Okwara, the Lions absolutely need to re-sign. If they lose him, it's going to set their absolutely horrific defense back a few years. He is getting to be one of the almost a cornerstone piece, and I think in a few more years he will be a cornerstone piece of the defensive line for sure. Linebacker Jared Davis is an unrestricted free agent, and so is Reggie Ragland. And Jason I can't read my own reading sometimes. Bear with me. Cabinda. Excuse me. Yeah, Jason Cabinda. Okay, Jared Davis. I did not like the way Matt Patricia used him. I did like the way Jim Caldwell used him. If the Lions can find the right head coach, I would like to see Jared Davis back. I think he can be very, very productive. I saw him as being a Chris Spielman type of player, but he kind of disappeared under Matt Patricia and didn't do a whole lot, if anything, with Daryl Bevell as the interim head coach, which kind of surprised me a bit. But to me, Jared Davis is still young enough. He still has productive years left ahead of him. Reggie Ragland is 28, and he too is an unrestricted free agent. Conventional wisdom would tell me that between he and Jared Davis, they probably won't both be back. But again, the Lions defense being what it is, they kind of need him. However, if I'm going to select one of the two, probably would be Jared Davis because he's a year younger, and I believe he costs less money. And then excuse me, Jason Cabinda didn't do a lot for the money he made. However, you're going to have players to fill the depth, and he's only 25. So while I'm not certain what the Lions are going to do with him, they might as well bring him back as well until they can work on their depth some more, particularly a linebacker where I believe they're lacking and have been for a few years now, if not more like about 5 years. And then among the cornerbacks, Daryl Roberts, Tony McRae, and Michael Ford are unrestricted free agents. Daryl Roberts is the oldest at 31. Again, I don't know a lot about what he did. He is a depth player, and obviously the Lions have all kinds of needs at cornerback. I could see them not bringing him back. I could see them bringing him back. It just really depends. And I really don't know what to tell you on that one. And I'll understand either way, and I will defer to Brad Holmes as to Jason Cabinda's future with the Lions. Tony McRae is 28, and I think he will be the odd man out. Chances are the Lions are not going to bring all three of them back. So Tony McRae didn't do a whole lot, from what I understand. I just don't see him coming back. However, Michael Ford's 26. He's still got some upside. They do need depth. It would make a lot more sense to bring him back. So Michael Ford, I think, will be back. Daryl Roberts, I'm really, really not certain about, and I think Tony McRae definitely is gone there. In terms of the secondary, Miles Killebrew who had been playing outside linebacker, and they enlisted as safety. He's played safety for the most part. So that's why I'm going to talk about him as a safety, even though somebody could use him as an outside linebacker, and I understand that. I think he was better as a safety, in my opinion. If he comes back with the Lions, I'd like to see him moved back to safety for sure. At 28, I think he's a little bit young for the Lions to give up on him for the years of experience he's had with the team. But obviously, he needs something, and it could be, unfortunately, what he may need more than anything else is a change of scenery. I hope the Lions make him an offer, though. And if it's reasonable enough, I would love to see Miles Killebrew back with the Lions. If not, I do understand. But to me, he's got speed, and he's talented enough. Lions right now, team lack talent, especially defensive talent. I'd like to see him back, if at all possible. And then the only other free agent is safety Dron Harmon. Again, another Patriot. Led the team in interceptions with 2. I think, if anything, he's going to go back to the Patriots. And thinking about it from the last segment, I wouldn't be surprised if Danny Amendola went back to the Patriots. Not certain about him. That's not necessarily a given. I think Dron Harmon may very well be a given that he'll go back to them. I definitely don't think he'll be back with the Lions next season, for sure. In the next segment, I will cover the special teams players for the Lions who are free agents. Stay tuned to the Detroit Lions tomorrow on Ed's Sports Channel.